Good evening, gentlemen and ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the People's Proletarian Petroleum Prefecture and whatever, with nuclear fuel powered and amazing things really, although quite badly stricken by the latest energy crisis. 89% happiness. I think I did set it to reasonable medium. Yes, great. It's too early to set on hard. Remember, it's only been like a few months really since the great terrible thing. And I don't mind that you can get like complete death spirals, but previously, before this productivity thing, yeah, they were manageable. If you fixed the problem as soon as it existed or as soon as you realized it, then you would be fare a whole lot better than this. Then you maybe just do, say, if we had a bit more space to illustrate here, like maybe you do like that, or at least, or you'd fall to about, say, where you'd fall to about here, maybe, or something, instead of falling into, god damn it, 13,000 people. Fun. So you have to turn it to easy to even survive, because it just is such a spiral at that point. That's a bit annoying with the Soviet Republic and its difficulty curve, or what you call it. It's just the algorithm. It's just the way the game works, and if you upset it enough, then you're going to end up in a bad situation. But with the productivity system as it is, it's really hopeless. Even if you save the situation, you can't get out of it unless you change the difficulty until or to easy for a short while, and then normal for a while. Longer, a short while, just like a month or so in game, I think, if you fix the problem, so that people do not escape completely and so on. But it takes, then you have a problem. You will lose so much population since your stores won't be able to keep up, since everyone has so low productivity. You're still on hard settings, and people are leaving very, very quickly. I mean, I can illustrate here. You have to go back a few times. Like here's like we get last year on here. Yes, and a bit of perspective to it. This is going very slowly. December 2014, that's a bit far. Yeah, but April, whatever. Yes, birth rate was going fine. It completely plummeted, but very shortly, for only a short while, deaths. It's pretty damn bad. Escapes. How under this time satiation, it went pretty low. It did go pretty low, and government loyalty, it went pretty low too. Alcohol addiction, just a slight, didn't really affect it. But and this thing we can't even see for some reason. The productivity doesn't work. But anyway, it says we're now at 106%, but I was down to 27% happiness and 30% average productivity. And you get goddamn nothing out of your establishments, your shops. End up with hundreds or maybe 1,000 people queuing outside, and it's just that is unbalanced. I would say, as it stands. Because previously when we didn't have this mechanic, then when you fix the problem, the loyalty wasn't, or the productivity wasn't bad. Maybe it was always at a fixed value previously, and whatever it was, I don't know, was it 100% or was it more or less? Doesn't really matter, but it might have been fixed per worker previously. I can get the feeling. And now it is not. And then when everything compounds like so, and the police won't be able to manage any crimes because they're all so unproductive, and then it's just, goddamn it, Uh, yes, electricity, power, food, so on. Anyway, when you've dealt with all that, you can have shut down your gas power plant and there are no workers in it. And then we can demolish it. Gas power plant, it runs on oil. Oh, just a hint of removing. Just a hint of removing the gas power plant. Just using the tool, wiggling the tool over it. That was enough to upset you to such a degree that, yes, we are on a beta release, but I think the important bit is that I'm not using any beta features, but maybe they've changed things in. But deleting buildings, that's old times, that was the thing. But it sort of felt more safe nowadays. Or maybe you get, what should I call it? So used to it. How old was this autosave? That felt like we should have gotten another one in previously. Yes, that was pretty damn old. I also, but anyway, yes, I digress, I think, I suppose. So the productivity should rebound quicker or shouldn't be so quickly affected or something. I don't know. But if you set it to easy, then you can survive it. Otherwise, I don't think it's possible to survive. I mean, you could test. I have them. One could try it. I have the save files. Yes. There's supposed to be a secret debugging function that can run it really quickly or something. That would be very interesting to have a look at. Maybe I could send the developer an email. Hi, Peter. Would you mind telling me the secret thing, non-divulged key or combination or incantation or however you do it, electricity problems, to set... yes, okay. To set, was it a fire at the nuclear power plant? No, power transformer. That's why. Yes, to something, to developer, keep it short. Let's get to the point. I haven't started yet, you know. It's theater of the mind so far. It's nothing real, so it's okay. You can edit that however the hell you want. So you really don't need to be so about it. No, certainly not. But you also need to remember the thread and what it was that was the point again. So yeah, the death spiral thing, which is so goddamn hard on when you run on hard citizen reaction, and they die off so quickly, and you can't do anything because the productivity drops so low. It's so very, very low. Everything grinds to a halt. And even if you catch it the way you can catch it by micromanaging everything, putting every single workplace into some sort of survival thing, and also setting the game the citizen reaction to easy. Because if you don't, there is no chance that you're surviving. That I feel that is a bit unbalanced as it stands. Otherwise, it is great. Goddamn game. Too good to be believed. But it is real and it is goddamn special. Yes, cheers. Yes, and I would want to know the key then for making it fast. And I can show it working. I think I could make some time lapse or something. That would be great with a new computer, maybe. You see, if we could run multiple simulation of the Soviet Republic simultaneously, as using 2 cores, and this is supposed to have 12 cores, this machine. Because that's a lot. Yes. That should be interesting. but the GPU stays the same. This is interesting. This, as I digress, the Soviet Republic is going on. Maybe it's I don't know if it's a chaos or nothing. But anyway, my GPU, my GTX 1060, I bought in like, that's old. That's very old at this point. It must be like 5, 6, 7 years. It must have been like in 2016 or something. I bought that, and that was like cheap. Back then, cheap. It was like the middle tier, and it still feels pretty good. Here in the Soviet Republic, we're CPU limited for the moment, and have always been in my environment. And I think that you always get eventually when you have enough crap going on. Yes. Anyway, what are you trying to say about? I don't know. Yes, computing power. Yes, it would be cool to check in different scenarios what will happen, or so. That was maybe a bit much about that. But yes, the high-speed key, if you wouldn't mind. You could also say in a much shorter way. Hi Peter, would you mind sharing the undisclosed key combination for running at high speed? If you would mind, I will not disclose it further. Yes, cheers. There you go. Editorialized and everything. It didn't even take that long. Then you need to send it to, and so on. We get around to that. Yes. I don't know. 50 prisoners escaped this year. 109 prisoners escaped last year. Yeah, that's a bit of a bad thing there, that we sort of forgot that breaking electricity to this place turns off the cable cars, and that eliminates workers in the prisons and orphanages too. But yes, in the prisons they're still escaping though. We don't have enough workers down here to fill the cable cars, I would think. 2 workers in this one. What the hell is this supposed to be? Are these buildings set to go to a certain area? This goes to bus stop number 2, and that's probably a good thing if it's like the only one that does that. Yes, and you that go to bus stop number 2. Do you have a problem with? No, you do not have a problem with unemployment. You're always employed. Great. Yes, how are you doing here on this iron thing? Here's a buffer now. 180 tons. It's great this with the helicopters, that you can sort of play the game with self-build, but have some conveniences that you have when you're using a money system. Since you can build stuff like this without needing to thread a road through everything, because you can both construct it and fireproof it with helicopters. So it's a bit on easy mode, you could say, but it is also quite fair, considering what you can do, if you're allowed and so on. And stuff doesn't burn down all the time, and it's impossible to get the road in, because this would not be possible to get the road in. Yes. Anywho, I need a lot more workers down in Järn. That's just how it is. Yeah, I don't suppose you have like very high unemployment. Rather than looking at the City Hall accounting office, just do this. Citizens living preference. Citizens was unemployed yesterday. Absolutely none were unemployed yesterday. Absolutely none. No, absolutely none were unemployed. That's rather magnificent. And the police doesn't have anything to do. Quite a lot of people were actually taking care of the babies, which is not a good thing. Well, depending on how you know, the state, as we say here, is supposed to raise the children not the parents. God damn it. What do you think you're up to? This is too far away or something because they're not using it, but this is strange. Staff are making it here, but not babies. How? Why? I don't know. How did you make it here? Flats prefab 10. Yes, and there are 36 children. Why weren't they using this? It doesn't work. Kindergarten. I thought that we need another kindergarten, but it doesn't work. Yes, could we cram something in here? Kindergarten. I have really strange things here. Downtown daycare. 168 children. This doesn't even care where you put it. You can put it inside another building. This is sane to use. What do you need? But this is a cop-out. That's a cop-out. This is also a cop-out because it takes 100 children. That's for water, and it doesn't really. But I think isn't there like a Stalinism stake here or something? Well, this one, 50s. Wait a minute. He didn't write that he had changed the look of the kindergartens, or if that was next, perhaps. You see, for citizens. I think that was next kindergarten. It looks the same. He had changed the. Okay. He had changed the cinema though. Yes, you should stop because we're going on for a while. Yes, we have to check out the cinema. I don't even know what's going on with the thing. I think we're just hopefully slightly rebounding. And always just on the clock, under 3 minutes for catching the autosave in optimum fashion. Or rather catching it in the absolutely worst fashion, very close to the worst conditions possible. Also, it is set to get 5, or is it set to 5 or 3 minutes, by the way? Yes, it's set to 3 minutes, and it must have been like a second. It might even have been the auto that crashed it, but game tends not to crash when saving. I don't think it's like done that very much. Anyway, there is no iron stored there, but here, yeah, they're eating slightly into it. So, if you would mind getting more prisoners into the mine, we're only 69. Not a lot of people in prison, maybe 130 sounds like quite a bit, and another 130, 260. This one's closed down, and we still have plenty of space. Yes, remember we had to throw a lot of cases out at the police station. Yes, that could mean that more crimes are committed. Those people will be more prone to crime. It stands to reason. Police station. Yes, you have a few things, but this you should be coping. Maybe. It's slow though. I was not supposed to be building kindergarten over in Göttamjärn. Yes, but we can look at at the police station in the meantime. 83% chance to solve it, says. That sounds good. Yes, is to like get around it. Yes, kindergarten was not changed. I was supposed to build it somewhere, and there was a good spot. Did it really fit here? So that was maybe next. Cinema, was it that was updated? Yes, it's too close to another building. And it wasn't there because it was working. It wasn't here at all, maybe. It was somewhere completely different. It was like downtown or something. It's not such. This is not where it was. It's too hilly. Oh, it has gotten into a bit of a crash loop, it would seem. This is no good. What the hell is going on? Did we get something this time? 34. No. None. No, what the hell? 2034? Nothing is happening. That's strange. Or it is crashing when autosaving. I don't know. It could seem so. Anyway, I thought the game is broken. I think you have to end it here. Yes. Thank you so much for watching the People's Proletarian Prefecture number 109. That's completely derailed for some reason. Many reasons. Good night.